Alright guys, so we went yesterday, picked up a couple mini bikes. I got the regular 200, the newer one, and then I got the RSV with the rear suspension. So just a couple things real quick. The bars are kind of set up weird on it, so we're going to fix that. These mounts also look loose, these have to be put on, so we're going to check those two while we're at it. So let's start with that. Gotta get down here, guys. Level it here. So the bolt we're going to be checking is actually this one, just making sure it's fully tight. That was right. So as you can see, this side was actually pretty loose. So there we go. I'm going to switch it over to the other side, which I'll probably just be able to leave you guys right here. So this one that we're working on right now was bought at Tractor Supply. So with that being said, guys, I like Tractor Supply. They have a lot of cool stuff, but a lot of the time they got like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds putting this stuff together, and it's always good just to check things are right. Alright, so next, my bars are set just a little bit forward or backward, sorry, for my liking. So, I didn't put this bike together, so I didn't get to do all this. So that's why we're doing it now quick, and then we'll go on a little test ride. I'm noticing a lot of this stuff ain't very tight, guys. Probably like that is good. So yeah, guys, just kind of remember, even when you buy them built, you kind of just go over, check things. Just make sure your pieces and stuff are tight. Now you notice this brake's kind of down, and this one over here, this one's down, this one's up. That's gonna be fine for me, I don't mind that, so I won't screw with that. So now that adjustment is done, we're going to move on to next. It's going to be removing this the throttle screw, and then there's one more. Actually, I'm also going to move, so let me grab a tool quick to do that, and I'll be right back. Throttle screw limits how far you can put your throttle. See if I push this in. I'm going to guess it's probably not screwed in very much. Yeah, just a little bit, so we'll remove that. And then come down here. The governor should have one on too that we can remove. Just gotta find where it's at. Okay, maybe we'll leave this one alone. Oh, you know what? It's right here. That one is now out. So we can put you guys on the helmet, and we'll go for a little rip. Uh-oh. That ain't good. I had the fuel turned off, guys, so I turned the fuel back on. Now we should be good. I think we'll go down this way a little bit. guys. It's a nice little cruiser. Pretty fun. I don't want to get hit out here, but it's a fun little bike. I mean, it's just a great little cruiser. Like, when I remove the stuff I'm going to remove, when I remove the governor and whatnot, it'll get better. So stay tuned. They have sidewalks, guys. I'm on that sidewalk road. I don't think I've ever seen anyone on the sidewalk type of that. Here's where it died before. It's all sand. So these tires aren't too great in sand. Just the way they are. quick, guys, here is my dad's too, just to give you an idea. The red, I think I prefer the red, if I'm being honest. I like the way the red looks. I think it looks really nice over the black. I don't care for the camo on the black. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these fenders will fit that bike. So if that's the case, I could put these fenders on that bike, and that's something I probably will end up doing. Also, on top of the other stuff I want to do, I'm not going to tell you guys yet what exactly I'm going to do, but for sure I'm removing the governor, and we're going to do a few other things to that motor. We might end up putting a different motor in this one, the black one. I don't know yet. I'm going to see how content I can be. So guys, just very quickly here, just a couple more things I'd like to say. This first impression, the bike rides pretty nice. It rides how you'd expect a mini bike to ride. When someone tells you we're gonna go ride mini bike, and you know you're gonna be riding mini bike all day, you just know what to expect. That's how it rides. The suspension does work and it does help. I haven't rode the RB200, actually. My dad hasn't really yet. This is like the actual first time and either one of us has actually rode these. We just got them yesterday, and we didn't get home till late, so yeah. We didn't really get a chance to ride them. A couple things I will say is make sure you have a hosed funnel to fill it with oil. Make sure you have good gas. I suggest 91 non-oxygenated, then you don't have to mess with a little carb ever. Make sure you're turning your fuel off when you're done and things like that. But yeah, otherwise, so my buying experience, I bought this one at Tractor Supply, and my dad bought his at L&M Fleet Supply, if you guys are familiar with that. L&M Fleet Supply is basically just a bigger tractor supply. They actually repair cars, cars, tractors, lawn and garden, and steel chainsaws and things like that. I don't know if Tractor Supply does those things. I don't believe they do. So if they do, you can correct me. Maybe some places they do, but here in Minnesota, I don't believe they do. So yeah, I wouldn't pick this up there. It was $1,000 plus tax. I think it was like almost $1,100 out the door, which is expected with tax. It's not a problem. So now, not too bad of a deal, but I mean, it's getting up there in price for a mini bike. But you know, for something you can jump on, you put oil in, you can ride and have a lot of fun. I think it's probably worth it. It's going to be kind of on you whether it's worth it or not, whether you want the suspended version or not. So now, the non-suspended, the RB my dad has, we picked up at L&M, as I just said. So it's not this bike, it's the other one. L&M sells them. L&M isn't as big as Tractor Supply. L&M, I think, is only like across 3 states, which is Minnesota, Wisconsin, I think like South and maybe North Dakota, so maybe 4 states. Maybe not even that many. Maybe just North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. I think it's a local guy right around here that started that store. Kind of like Tractor Supply probably was at one time. And, yeah, so they had an awesome deal going on for that other one. So my dad paid $750 for his, and then when we got there, we found out they were giving 10% off on gift cards for Father's Day. So if you bought gift cards, you were getting 10% off. So his bike was going to be around like $814, so he bought gift cards. So he actually ended up paying like $725 for his bike, which was an even better deal, and that was after tax. So he got an awesome deal on his, and I didn't realize that when I bought this one. If I would have known that, I may have just bought that one without the suspension just because of the price drop. I mean, I basically, when you look at his and you look at mine, I paid $250 for shocks and it to be black. So depending who you are, you know, that might be worth it. The suspension, I will say, guys, it probably is in the long run a lot nicer to have, just because when you're running, you're not going to get as sore. But I will say, even just that little one I just did, I did get a little sore. You know, I'm not used to it yet. I'll get used to it the more I ride it, and it'll be fun. It is fun. It's a ton of fun to go cruise, guys. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy one and go cruise one. It is a ton of freaking fun. Just make sure that if you buy it from Tractor Supply, you check oil, you put oil in, you're going to have to add your own gas, make sure you tighten your bolts, make sure you check your bolts, make sure everything's tight, and set up the bike the way you want. Even when you buy this bike put together, guys, you're still going to have to set up things. It's not going to come perfect, okay? You're going to have to move your handlebars and things, so keep that in mind when you're buying this bike, is it's not a bike like you go to Polaris, or not Polaris, but like Honda, like Larson Cycle here locally to me, and you buy a bike and they're gonna set it up and they'll move the handlebars for anything. That's not the way these work. Tractor Supply ain't gonna fucking do that. They just don't do it. You have to set it up yourself. Now, this one came built, but as you guys seen at the beginning of this video, I still had to move the handlebars, I had to tighten the clamps and things like that. You're gonna have to do stuff like that with bikes like these. So just know that you're gonna need Allen wrenches, you're gonna need a tool set. If you decide to get into these bikes, it's not a bad idea. Go on YouTube, guys, and just learn how to work on them. These motors are simplistic. They're super easy to work on. All it is basically a little lawnmower motor, sorry. Very simplistic to work on, and you'll see that on some of my channel here. We're going to do some work to this thing. It's going to be fun. We're going to make it go faster. I'm not even sure how fast it goes right now. I'm sure it's at about 30, 34. Probably at about 32 because I'm a bigger dude, so I probably kill the speed and the mileage a little bit. But yeah, it was a ton of fun, guys. Yeah, so definitely check out L&M if you do want the non-suspend version. If you're local here to the area, they had some good deals going right now. I think that deal's good through Father's Day, which is this weekend if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you check that out. And then I'm trying to think of what other deals, what other there was. There wasn't really any. But yeah, I'm very happy with the bike, guys. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask below. I'll answer it. L&M, and one more thing to add, L&M actually did. So we first got to L&M, we went in and told them we wanted a bike. They pulled up one. The first one had a flat front tire because they put them together. L&M puts all their stuff together. It don't matter. They put it together. If they don't have one put together, they're going to put one together for you because they don't want you leaving their shop without it working. So before we left there, it was put together. It had oil in it and it had gas in it. Now the only problem I had with L&M when the guy put the oil in is he really filled it. Like he overfilled it and kind of shoved it together. Like we were kind of bothering him and it was wrecking his day. Shoved it full of oil and started it up. And we're kind of, me and my dad just kind of looked at each other and went, well, what the fuck? You know, we both bought one of these. Mine didn't come with oil or nothing. We just loaded it in the truck and left. It took us 4 minutes. I have to say we were at L&M for probably an hour just with them monkey fucking around. The first bike they brought up had a flat front tire, which wasn't a big deal, you know. My dad's like, well, you guys can just put air in it, I don't care. Well, no, we'll grab you a different one. So then he went back, he's like, oh, well, let's give you the floor model. Well, the floor model, the back was all scratched, and my dad's like, well, I don't mind if a tire goes flat, but I'm paying $800 for something, you know, or $720. I don't really want the back end scratch, which is fair enough. So then the guy went and grabbed another one, and then another one was fine, and that's the one he filled with oil, and they started it up for us. Made sure it ran, showed it went, lifted the rear end, showed it went. You know, they do that basically because they don't want people returning them. They want to be able to say, well, when you left here, it was working. Well, things can still happen. Even Tractor Supply, I don't believe is going to warranty out these bikes too well. I think you're probably, if you're going to have an issue, you're going to have to call Coleman and deal with them directly. I don't think buying one of these bikes and taking it back for a refund is really an option. Something else to keep in mind. And then the tires on these bikes, guys, aren't that great for dirt and stuff. I felt a couple times when I was riding, you could probably see it in the video too, when I was going through like the sand and stuff. It kind of did want to wash out a little bit, so I was being more careful. So some tires may be coming in the future also. But hey guys, I'm very happy with the bike. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like. And guys, don't hesitate to subscribe. It really helps us out. Thank you for watching Fat Guys Garage, guys.